5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All systems go with Josh Appelbaum starts now.
Hello and welcome to episode 516 of the All Systems Go Sports Betting Podcast, powered by Rhythm. I am your host, Josh Appelbaum. What's going on, everyone? Happy Wednesday. We are officially halfway through our work week, guys. Of course, it is hump day, so the first portion of the week's over. Then we got a couple days here leading up to the weekend, and it's starting to feel like summer. It's like 80, 90 degrees here where I'm at on the outskirts of Boston, closer to New Hampshire. That's where I've settled down. But I tell you what, it's starting to feel like summer. So that means one thing and one thing only. When you tune into the All Systems Go pod in the month of May, June, July, August, I know football's in the air, but we're going to talk Major League Baseball because we are grinders with blinders when it comes to the MLB season. I wouldn't have it any other way. To me, baseball, reason why we really focus on it is it's a long season in a positive way. I think a lot of people look at it as a negative. It's, overbearing. It's so many games every day, every night for 6 months. But I think if you're one of those grinders, you love the fact that every day is a new opportunity with 15 games to choose from to maximize our edge here. So we're going to get right back to Major League Baseball. I do have a 3-pack for you today, guys. All 3 are favorites. One's a short favorite. 2 are larger favorites. So I wanted to spend a couple minutes here just reiterating the bet to risk versus bet to win approach. To me, it's super important because when you are betting to risk versus betting to win, it's a completely different approach because a lot of bettors, when they look at the odds, and you'll see this all the time just because it's an easy way to explain it. But if you see a team that is, let's give for an example a football game. You want to play the favorite -3 at -115. How do we say that in gambling terms? We say you have to risk 115 in order to win 100. You never hear anyone say you just risk your 100 and get $91 back or $90 or $87, whatever the ratio would be based on laying the juice. But I want to mention this because I still see this happen all the time, and I know sports betting, we got legalized here, or, the PASPA bill was overturned back in 2018, so we're now, 6, 7, 8 years into legalized betting, and still so many bettors are betting in terms of the bet to win, not bet to risk, and I think that is backwards. To me, when you're betting on sports, you always want to have a realistic approach, knowing that, hey, it's hard to win, it's hard to overcome the juice, it's hard to overcome bad beats. And also, we want to lose as little as we can and make as much as we can. It's not a very, groundbreaking concept here, but that just means that when you are taking on risk, you're assuming as little risk as you can. And when you are looking for a payout, you're trying to get the biggest reward. So the whole point is that I would always recommend, I've written about this in both my books, The Everything Guide to Sports Betting, the NFL Sharp Betting Playbook. This is a huge key of bankroll management. And I bring it up today because a couple of these baseball bets are kind of expensive, -170, -180, -190. So, whole point here that I want to reiterate is that I would always recommend betting to risk, not betting to win. So you're always betting to risk, like when you open up your, when you walk up to the window in person, you're risking whatever amount of money you've brought to the table. But when you're betting on your app, when you're betting on your phone in a legal jurisdiction, there's always those 2 boxes. It's usually the bet to risk and the bet to win, or whatever, to wager, to win, whatever the case may be. But usually the left column, the left little box is what you want to risk, and then the right box is what you want to win. Now, a lot of people will just fill in what they want to win, and they'll just say, okay, whatever that costs, I'm going to pay for it. No. I recommend going the other way, and there's a reason for it. You want to start with the risk option, because when you define your bankroll is the money you set aside specifically and only for betting on sports. Consider it your disposable income. It's your funny money. It's your extra money where if I were to rip it up, flush it down the toilet or light it on fire, yes, you'd be mad. Yes, you'd be annoyed, but your daily life wouldn't change at all. You'd just be, annoyed you lost some money. But if I were to light it on fire, flush it down the toilet, and then you couldn't pay for rent, or, you can't eat tonight, you got to make ramen noodles, then you know that your bankroll starting point is too high. So once you come up with your bankroll, again, I recommend risking 3% of your bankroll per play. That's going to keep you afloat through the ups and the downs of sports betting, because we all know sometimes we can get hot, sometimes we can get cold, and you want to be able to stay in the game long term to really weather that initial storm, because there's going to be those ups and downs. But 3% per play, again, some pros are 1%, 2%. You want to be a little more bold, maybe 4%, 5%. I wouldn't go above 5% because then you're just risking too much. And if you have a bad night, you can really get in the hole. But 3% means if you have $100, you are risking $3 a game. Now, that might seem like nothing to you. Like, why are we even betting if I'm only risking $3? Well, again, if you're starting with 1,000, that's 30. Again, just do your whatever your bankroll is times 0.03. That's going to give you your unit size, and that's going to be your risk unit every single play. Why do I say this? Because when you bet to win, you assume way more risk than you do betting to risk. So betting to risk makes it easy. It makes it simple. And once you come up with your unit size, you're just always, no matter what the odds of the game are, where it says bet to risk or whatever money you're risking, you're putting in that unit size. So if it's $100 better starting, it's $3 a game. If you are $20 a game, you're always risking your $20. And then you let that other box populate whatever the the breakdown is, or whatever that bet to risk amount translates to in terms of a bet to win. And again, why do I bring this up? Because if you're betting favorites, it's going to save you quite a bit. For example, let's just say you have a minus 200 favorite that you are betting to risk. That means you're just risking your normal, $10, whatever it is. And if the bet loses, you lose your $10. But if you were betting to win, that means you are risking 20 to win 10. And if that bet loses, you've lost 20 instead of 10. Basically, you've lost 2 units instead of 1 unit. So the whole point is, when you bet to risk, when you lose, you're losing way less. But then also, you're winning more when you're betting to risk. So like, let's say you bet a dog at plus 200. You're risking 1 unit. You're getting 2 units on the backside. So again, always start with what your bankroll is. And again, it's different for all bettors. 3% per play. That's your unit size. Betting to risk. That means every game, flat betting, all the same. Now, some people may argue and say Kelly criterion. If you're more advanced, if you have a pivot table and you can weight the strength of your plays and you risk more on these, you're more confident. Hey, if you can pull that off, that's great. But for the majority of us, make it simple, make it easy. Flat betting, risking 1 unit. And again, if you, because I see this a lot too, like, someone will bet a favorite at minus 125 and they'll risk 1.25 units. The bet loses, they lose 1.25. Whereas if you just bet to risk and you lose 1 unit. So it's saving you from more losses, and it's also setting you up because if you want like dog plus 125 to win a unit, you only have to risk 0.8 units or whatever that lower amount is. But again, you're going to stand to win less if that bet wins. So always remember, bet to risk, not bet to win. And I'm going to give you 2 examples here for today that really bring that to light. Anyway, looking back toward last night, guys, real quick, 1-2 minus 1.12 units. Had the sweat of a lifetime with the Cardinals because they were up 3-0. Then they got down 4-3. Then Gorman hit a huge homer to put them up 5-4. They had a 6-4 lead going into the 9th, and their closer completely puked all over himself. Let the Pirates score 2 runs, went into extras, but then thank the Lord, Ivan Herrera hit a walk-off 3-run homer to win 9-6. So Cards were great at a pretty cheap, like minus 118 or minus 112, whatever that was. But then Phillies let us down 4-1, loss against Cincy. This is when you know you're getting old. I remember when the Red Sox signed Carl Crawford to that big money deal from Tampa, and he was a complete bust. But his son, again, I'm getting old. Now the son of players I used to watch, they're playing. But there was a hit to center. It wasn't the easiest catch in the world, but he should have caught it. Instead, Ellie De La Cruz gets a triple, and I think they score 3 runs that inning. So that was a tough one, losing 4-1, doing nothing offensively. And then, man, someone remind me, just don't bet on the Angels. They were pretty sharp. They were fade the trendy dog. Public was right on that one. They said A's were the better team. A's are the dog getting plus money. Take the A's. And the A's won 14-6. The Angels, absolutely pathetic no-show. So that was frustrating. But either way, guys, 1-2 minus 1.12 units after a 3-0. 1-2. Sometimes that's the way betting goes. But we're going to get right back to it today and try to get back into the green and go 2-1 and hopefully produce a winning night. So with that being said, let's waste no more time and talk about our bets here for tonight. So first bet on the board, I'm looking toward a 7:05 p.m. Eastern time first pitch. We have the Toronto Blue Jays visiting the New York Yankees. Let's go down to the Bronx for this one. Set the stage, talk splits, line move system matches, and I'll give you my play here. So Yankees come in 30-19 on the year. They've won the first 2 games of this 4-game series. They won the opener 7-6 as a minus 175 home favorite. Then they won again last night 5-4 as a minus 135 home favorite. Pitching matchup tonight, pretty good. A couple good pitchers here going. That's why we have such a low total of 7.5. But the Blue Jays, who are 21-27, they are going with the righty Trey Savage. He's 1-1 with a 1.40 ERA. Meanwhile, the Yankees are going to go with the fellow righty Cam Schlittler. He's 6-1 with a 1.35 ERA. He is one of the, I think he might even be the favorite, Cy Young favorite, or at least he's the second or third best odds in the American League. But what have we seen across the board? Well, this game opened with the Yankees listed around a -160 home favorite. Toronto around a +140 road dog. And Sharps are riding the hot hand with the Yankees and Schlittler at home, because we've seen this line move up in favor of the Yankees. They've gone from -160 up to -170. Some shops even as high as -175. Now, the splits look really good on the Yankees at circa. Sharp book out in Vegas caters to wise guys, doesn't limit you or refuse your action outright. But circa, only 42% of moneyline bets, but 70% of moneyline dollars are going with New York. So it tells us we got a lot of big money out in Vegas going with the Yankees. Good system match here. If you are a home favorite off a win with a winning record and you made the playoffs the previous year, so you got the home crowd, the last at bat, favorite you're expected to win, off a win you got momentum, winning record you're a good team, and you made the playoffs last year, so you have some pedigree. Yankees matching that system. Those teams are 52-27 this year, 66%, 8% ROI. Yankees now around -170. They would also be a correlative betting favorite low total play. So low total of 7.5. That means the fewer amount of expected runs scored. Therefore, more likely to come from quote unquote the better team expected to win. Yankees bats have the edge here. They're slugging .433 with 249 runs scored. The Blue Jays are just slugging .371 with 198 runs scored. Yankees, by the way, 16-6 at Yankee Stadium. That's the second best home record in baseball. The Blue Jays are just 8-16 on the road, one of the worst road records. Also, Schlittler, 8-2. Yankees are 8-2 in his 10 starts this year, and he has a 0.98 ERA in 3 May starts. He's only given up 2 earned runs and 18.1 innings pitched. So, I know it's a larger number. That's why I kind of started off the pod reiterating the whole bet to risk versus bet to win idea. But I'm going to lay it with the Yankees here. They got a good steam move in their favor. They got good system matches, good splits. I want to back Schlittler and play the Yankees here at home where they've done well. So I was able to get the Yankees -170 at BetMGM, but definitely shop around because some books are as high as -175. And again, bet to risk versus bet to win. This means that if you are sweating the Yankees with me, you're risking your 1 unit, and the conversion rate here, I'll just pull it up. I'll make it easy on you. I can't do it in my head. I can give you what it basically will be or should be around. But if you look at this bet, risking -170, you're looking at getting like 0.6 units back. So again, you're not risking 1.7 units because if the Yankees lose, we want to win this bet, but we don't want to lose more. So risking 1.7 units to win 1, yeah, you're going to win more if they win, but if they lose, you're going to lose more. That's the whole point of protecting yourself with the bet to risk versus bet to win. So first bet on the board for me, Yankees, -170 in the Bronx at BetMGM. Next one for you, a couple late games on the West Coast. Let's go to an 8:40 p.m. Eastern time first pitch. Let's look at the Dodgers visiting the Padres. Now, this is the rubber match of a 3-game set. The Padres, who are 29-19, they won the opener 1-0, came through as a +120 home dog. Then the Dodgers, who are 30-19, they bounced back with a 5-4 win last night, came through as a -175 road favorite. So, pitching matchup for tonight, Dodgers are going to go with the righty Shohei Ohtani, the modern-day Babe Ruth. And maybe he is, going to win the Cy Young, who knows. But he is looking fantastic. 3-2, 0.82 ERA. I think he's like -375 to win the NL MVP. Again, because you're combining pitching and hitting. Padres, meanwhile, going to go with the righty Randy Vasquez. He's 5-1 with a 2.68 ERA. So what have we seen across the market? Well, this game opened LA, listed around a -165 road favorite. San Diego around a +150 home dog. And this is interesting because, again, Dodgers are a great team. Ohtani's on the bump. But Padres are no slouch. They're at home and they're getting +150. Again, where do you think the wise guys are going to go? Maybe they'll take a shot just on a good team at home at a big plus money payout. Nope, looks like the other way. I'm backing the Dodgers here, guys, because we've seen this line move further toward LA. They've gone from -165 now up to around -180, -185, even -190. So again, we are seeing this line move further toward LA. The line's getting more expensive for the Dodgers. even though Padres, again, would make some sense just at face value, a good team at home at plus money. You look at Circa, 57% of moneyline bets, but 91% of moneyline dollars are coming in on the Dodgers. So big low bets, high dollar split in their favor. Favorites, here's a system match for you. Favorites who are minus 190 or higher. Again, Dodgers are kind of right on the edge, minus 185, minus 190. More on that in a second because I was able to get them minus 179 at Bally Bet. But that minus 190 or higher favorite, playing an opponent who made the playoffs. So it's like, hey, why would you risk such a big number on a team that is facing an opponent who's pretty good? It's kind of like a buy low, sell high. But the Dodgers fit this system, and that system is 60-23, 72% win rate, 6% ROI since 2025. It's 11-3, 79%, 14% ROI this season. Just like the Yankees, the Dodgers would have that correlative betting favorite low total, a big favorite low total. Total this one is 7.5, even some shops juiced down to 7. Dodgers have the better bats, hitting 261, 342 on base, 253 runs scored, Padres hitting 222, 294 on base, 200 runs scored. Next, we got two righties on the bump. Well, the Dodgers have been better against righties, hitting 262 as a team. That is third best in baseball. Padres only hitting 223. That ranks 28th. So, again, seems fishy. It's a big number, and, hey, everyone wants to back L.A., but it's appealing to take San Diego plus money at home, a good team, yet this line's going further toward the Dodgers. So I like the split, the line move. I'm going with the Dodgers here, guys. Doesn't hurt that. I popped open Juice Reel and noticed an 8% sharp mush edge on the LA Dodgers. So shop around. Again, another reason why I mentioned the Bet first bet to win. Dodgers are as high as minus 190 across the market, but if you have access to Bally Bet, they're still available now at minus 179. So once again, if you're playing, let's just split it here, minus 180. If you are going with the Dodgers with me, you're not risking 1.8 units to win 1 unit. That will be betting to win. You are betting to risk. So you're 1 unit like you always do, regardless of the price, trying to get, again, around 0.6 units back there. But let's go Mookie Betts and the Dodgers. And guys, I'll give you my joke here. You know, I gave you my joke a while ago. If you know me, you know me, because I've been doing pods for a long time at this point. Pete Rose sat on attack. Pete Rose. Well, here's the newer version of it. Ready? Mookie Betts sat at the casino. Mookie Betts. You get it? You get it? Let's go Dodgers. Last bet of the night. The A's, not the Oakland A's, the Sacramento A's, 9:38 p.m. Eastern Time, visiting the LA Angels. Now, this is the third game of a 4-game set. Teams have split the first two. The Angels, who are 17-32, they're almost no hit, but then they actually came back and won 2-1 on a walk-off Zach Neto homer, coming through as a plus 110 home dog in the opener. Then the A's, who are 24-24, they bounced back with a 14-6 win last night, coming through as a plus 115 road dog. Not great. I was an idiot on the Angels. Now, in tonight's rematch, the A's are going to go with the righty Aaron Savali. He is 5-1 with a 2.70 ERA. He'll be opposed by the righty Jack Kochanowicz, who's 2-3 with a 4.56 ERA. Now, this game opened with the A's listed around a minus 120 road favorite, LA around a plus 100 home dog, and sharps going with the Athletics here. I've seen the A's get moved up here, not a ton, but up to minus 125, so minus 120 up to minus 125, about a 5-cent move in favor of the Athletics. We got the line move, now we got the splits. DraftKings, 80% bets, 84% dollars on the A's. Circa, 55% bets, 68% dollars on the A's. So the A's have a line move, and they have low bets, higher dollars at both DK, nationally, and Circa. Wise guys in the desert. A's would have the better bats, hitting 252, 328 on base, 215 runs scored. Angels hitting 225, 313 on base percentage, 194 runs scored. Believe it or not, Aaron Savali, again, this guy's been a journeyman. He's been around forever, but knock on wood, I want to back Savali. He's got a 1.69 ERA in 3 May starts, all of which are wins. So the A's have gone 3-0 in his 3 May starts. He's only given up 3 earned runs in 16 innings pitched, and he is 3-0 with a 2.08 ERA on the road this year. And he's on the road tonight. Meanwhile, Kochanowicz, complete opposite situation. In 3 May starts, all of which are losses for the Angels. He has a 7.71 ERA. He's given up 14 earned runs in 16.1 innings pitched. And the LA Angels are 0-6 in his last 6 starts. So I want to back Savali. I want to fade Kachanowicz. And oh, by the way, A's 14-12 on the road. Not too shabby. Angels are 9-14 at home. That's the third worst home record in baseball. So line move, nothing crazy, but about 5 cents toward the A's. Good splits, better bats, hopefully an advantage on the bump. And then, oh, by the way, a 15% sharp mush edge on the A's from our friends at Juice Reel, as well as 2 Rhythm recommended AI model plays on the A's as well. So the advanced analytics, the AI model also likes the A's here. So I played the Angels last night. They let me down. Please don't win tonight, Angels, because I'm going with the A's here. I like the line move, short number to back Savali, hopefully, and to get to Kachanowicz. Pretty widely available. I got the A's minus 125 at Caesars. So Yankees, Dodgers, a little bit more expensive. A's, pretty cheap here, minus 125. Let's try to get 2 out of 3, eke out a winning night. So that about does it for episode 516 of the All Systems Go Sports Betting Podcast, powered by Rhythm. This is the part of the pod where we wrap things up, and I always start first by saying thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy day, out of your busy life, to spend 20 minutes or so listening to sharp, data-driven breakdowns. Hopefully, you got a lot going on in life. Maybe this is your 20 minutes of just, closing your eyes, sitting back at home, going home on the train or whatever, going to work, or whatever the case may be, and just zoning out, listening to some sports breakdowns, figuring out where the smart money's going. But I want to thank everyone, as always, for listening, because it's all about you guys listening. Again, I do this for free. Obviously, I have sponsors, so it's it's part of my career. But I just love the ability to have this platform and talk sharp line moves with you guys. So thank you for listening. If you could do me a favor, please give this podcast a 5-star review on Spotify or iTunes. Leave a nice comment if you feel so inclined. Click the rate and review. Click the follow button. Or you can just recommend the pod to a friend or retweet the pod when I put it out on Twitter. You can give me a follow at Josh_insights. Next, if you enjoy this style of sports betting breakdown, data-driven, sharp contrarian betting, focusing on not what our bias, our gut, what our instincts are telling us. Again, sometimes instincts are good, not always in sports, but instead focusing on what the betting market is telling us, the different clues to tell us where the smart money's at. But if this is the case and you want to learn more about data-driven betting, maybe you got a birthday coming up for somebody, you got Father's Day coming up, or maybe you just want to support the team, or you know someone who maybe bets on sports, loses a lot, but just wants to win and wants to learn more. You know what you should do? You should go to Amazon.com and type in the Everything Guide to Sports Betting, or type in the NFL Sharp Betting Playbook. Those are the 2 books that I've written. Very proud of both. And if you want to grab one or both of them, then you want to bring them to the sports book, I will sign them for you proudly and buy you a beer or ginger ale. We'll sweat some MLB together tonight. Next, have you downloaded Rhythm and Juice Reel yet? My 2 favorite sports betting apps. They help me win. They're going to help you win. Rhythm has the great AI-backed model and predictions that allow us to hopefully cash some bets, spread, money line, total, but also player props. They got WNBA lighting up right now, MLB, of course, NBA playoffs. By the way, pour one out anyone who had the Cavs last night. Unbelievable Knicks comeback, and not only did the Knicks win, down by like 20-something in the fourth quarter, I saw that the Cavs win probability was 99.9%. So you're saying there's a chance. I can't believe Knicks covered that number in overtime. Not only did they come back and win, but they covered. So it's about as bad as it gets. Again, that's 2 straight NBA games. Remember the under double overtime in the Spurs Wembanyama game that loses, and then imagine if 2 nights in a row you had the under in that Spurs game, and then you had Cavs plus whatever 6.5, 7. Man, that's about as bad as it gets. But either way, I don't know where I was going with that. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, the AI model. You can get them from Rhythm. Oh, yeah, now I know what I'm saying. Rhythm has the NBA prediction. That's the whole point of mentioning that just came to mind. Because, again, someone probably had those bets, and I just want to know. I've had those bad beats with you, too. But anyway, also you want to download Juice Reel. So many great features of Juice Reel. You can sync up your sports books, get a running report card of your action. You can also get the Robo Jackson best bet picks, the sharp mush indicators, the arbitrage plays, the shop for the best line futures. And if you feel so inclined and you would like to get the All Systems Go best bets a little bit earlier in the day and just support the pod because this pod is free, then I would love for you to sign up to get the All Systems Go best bets directly from the Juice Reel app. You can get the plays for free for a week, and then after that, hopefully you want to keep them. It's $9.99 a week. So $10 a week, a little bit more than $1 a day, but not too much more. And you'll get the plays early, hopefully beat closing lines, and I consider that a tip jar. Pod's free, toss in $10 a week. I don't think that's asking too much. And again, it's a great way to support the pod and support my daughter's future child care fund, which we'll be paying for. And I'll be going nuts over it pretty soon because it's so expensive. But anyway, download Rhythm, download Juice Reel, give them both a 5-star review in the App Store. Next, you have a live odds page. Well, if you don't have one, you need one. You got to be able to track the market, quickly see what games you can bet on that day, start times, live scoring, live in-game wagering odds. Again, if you want to get down, during the game, those live in-game odds just update automatically, so it's great. If you see an opportunity, a favorite gets down 3-0 in the first inning, good number to maybe buy low and back them. But then also you're going to get the line movement that lights up in front of you as soon as it changes. It's in real time. You get all the major books, identify steam, compare the open column to the current, pull up the line history, shop for the best price. You can do it all with Odds Logic. It's the best live odds page around. Give it a shot. Go to oddslogic.com/Josh123. That's going to give you a 7-day free trial and 50% off your first month of service. So that about does it for episode 516 of the ASG Pod. 2 final thoughts, as always. 1, whether I see you at the Borgata in Atlantic City, Twin River in Rhode Island, the Brook in New Hampshire, Foxwoods or Mohegan Sun down in Connecticut, at the Encore in Boston, Plain Ridge Park Casino, MGM Springfield, or the Nash in my neck of the woods on the border of Massachusetts and New Hampshire, or out in the desert where the true grinders get down, where Billy Walters sends his number runners, where the lowest juice possible is found at the South Point, or Sweat and Sharp Contrarian plays jumping in the stadium swim pool when you cash a big ticket at Circa. You're going to walk up to me, show me a nice Cardinals walk-off winner last night. Unfortunately, Phillies, Angels, you are the weakest link. Goodbye. But first one's on me, next one's on you. We'll bet some more MLB together tonight. So as always, guys, coming off a 1-2 or a 2-1, a 3-0 or an 0-3, a winning night, a losing night, a hot streak, a cold streak, whether everything's going our way or nothing's going our way, we just got to stick to the model, stick to the blueprint, not get too high or too low, stay disciplined with our bankroll management. Again, bet Tris first bet to win, which is hopefully I made that case pretty strong for you today. But we're looking for those system plays, guys. Avoiding the games with red flags, getting down the games that fit our model, against the public, with the house, with the pros, flat bet. Avoid parlays and get that CLV. If we can do that, we're going to be successful sports bettors. So hope everyone has a fantastic Wednesday night. We'll be right back at it tomorrow for a big Thirsty Thursday edition. That'll be episode 517 of the All Systems Go Sports Betting Podcast, powered by Rhythm. Good luck, everybody, and have a great Wednesday night.